Hello, Mary. How are you?
Hello, John. I am well, thank you. What is new with you?
Do you remember that hobby you do?
You mean genealogy?
Yes, genealogy. I did my entire family tree last weekend.
How many people do you have in your family tree?
5,000.
You mean you have 5,000 people in your family tree and you did it all in one weekend?
Yes. It was easy. I got it from the internet.
How do you know it is right?
If it is on the internet, then it must be true.
Remind me again, John, what is your surname?
My last name is Smith.
So John Smith, you managed to build your family tree in one weekend from what you found on the internet.
Yes.
And you say you have 5,000 people in your family tree?
Yes.
That is a lot of ancestors, John. Are you related to anyone famous?
I am related to Queen Elizabeth and I am a direct descendant of George Washington.
John Smith, how do you know that you are a direct descendant of George Washington?
Because the internet also told me that my ancestors sailed on the Mayflower. Did not everyone's ancestors sail on the Mayflower?
No, John. Not everyone's ancestors sailed on the Mayflower.
Oh, I did not know that.
John, when you started to trace your ancestors, did you ask your parents about your family?
No. My parents are dead. They did not leave me any information about my family's history.
Did you ask any of your relatives for your family history?
No. After my parents died, I could not find my relatives.
If you could not find your relatives, then how did you find your ancestors?
Are my relatives related to my ancestors?
Yes, John. Your relatives are the living embodiment of your ancestors.
Oh, I never thought about it like that. This genealogy stuff is harder than I thought.
Do you think the family tree you built last weekend is correct, John?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe it has some mistakes in it. Mary, how long does it take to build a family tree?
It takes much longer than a weekend, John.
Does that mean I am not descended from George Washington or Queen Elizabeth?
Probably not.
What about the Mayflower? Did my ancestors sail on the Mayflower?
We will have to see, John.
How do I learn more about this genealogy stuff? Are there any good genealogy sites or genealogy blogs on the internet?
Yes, John. There are many good genealogy websites and genealogy blogs on the internet.
Where do I start?
Why don't you try Genealogy in Time? It is a free genealogy magazine on the internet.
Free? I like free. Will it help me find my ancestors?
Yes, John. It will help you find your ancestors.
Thank you, Mary. This genealogy stuff sounds like it might be a lot of fun.
Yes, John. It is enjoyable discovering your ancestors. But you have to do it properly.
That sounds like a good idea. Thank you, Mary.
You are welcome, John. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mary.